Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Tanks Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in this, the British Tier 10 Tech Tree Heavy Tank, the FV215B. It's probably one of the worst and best Tier 10s at the exact same time. And I would say it is a skill-based tank, and yes, it does have a lot of skill-based attributes to it, but I really think it's down to the way Wargaming has balanced it that has made it so hit or miss. If you angle this tank, possibly 1 degree too much to the left or to the right in a side scrape, you will be penetrated. Which doesn't make any sense when you realize that this is a rear turreted vehicle. The gun is amazing. It's probably one of the best guns in the game, tier for tier. But it doesn't matter how amazing your gun is if it's mounted on a really, really bad hull. And that's really the problem I've always had with the FV215B since it's ever been released, is that it's a rear turreted tank on a turret and hull that should be front turreted. If this thing's turret was on the front and it had more gun depression, it would be so much more flexible. But the fact that it's shoved on the back makes this such an awkward tank to drive, because as a rear turreted vehicle by nature, you need to side scrape to be able to shoot opponents without being at least fully shot back yourself. But, oh wow, that was just, I got robbed there. I got absolutely robbed on that shot. Alright, well let's keep the tank front facing, and oh, we didn't even scratch them, guys. Clearly, I shot the weak lower plate of the E3 and didn't even scratch them. I can't with this game sometimes. I really can't. Alright, well, we got the Mark 6, and there you go. Finally a penetration, and then we got hatched. Well, not much I can do about that, but at least we did end up connecting our shell. Let's see if we can get another shell. Let's just pen him in the hatch, and where did we get pen that time? In the hatch again? I don't know. As you can see, the 215B's armor, it doesn't really work all that well. There you go, we got a nice pen into the E3. I don't trust the armor on this tank enough to actually bounce an E3, so we're just going to chill here. It's got a nice hash into the STB, and I mean, we're doing stuff. We're doing some pretty nasty things here. By the way, we got penned through the track wheel there. That's just to point out how bad the armor is on the side of this tank. Now we're being shot in the side by an enemy E5. There's nothing I can do about it. And wow, this game was absolutely painful is the best description I can give you for this battle so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this E5, and let's get a nice shell into his rear. 522 shot there, and well, we're alive. That's the most important part I can say. Oh boy, now the E3 is gonna send it. Ooh, no, I'm not being shot by this E3. Alright, we're alive. Wow, what a painful battle. What an absolutely painful and stressful game. The Patton and I somehow managed to survive this absolute crap storm of a game, and we're gonna win. Okay, well, as you could see, the FV215B is a roller coaster of emotions. Its turret is good, but it's also not great. I mean, we got penned, as you can see. It looks like 2-3 times in the hatch from the amount of penetrations I can see on it. And we also got flanked by that E5, which makes sense. But the fact that we got penned 3 times in the hatch is quite unfortunate. And I don't know if you noticed, but that 907 managed to go directly through our track wheel, and we were almost at a 90-degree angle frontal facing towards him. So, yeah, that was not a very fun battle. The thing that I hate about this vehicle, personally, the major, I would say, killer of this tank is that every time you side scrape in this tank and you over angle it, even if it's not your fault, like that 907 there, you will get tracked and penned at the same time. That absolutely destroys me. Wargaming buffed the side armor on the Super Conch to a point now where you can pretty aggressively angle it and not get penned while angling your tracks. And this tank, you get penned almost every time while angling the tracks. And the thing that kills me is that you always get tracked, and you only have one repair kit if you're running a build like I am, where you're also trying to get that super speed boost to make your tank actually quite mobile. So it's just this awful combination of downsides that makes you so unable to repair your tracks in the correct position. Now, I should point out, the upper plate on this tank is awful, like absolutely awful. So you got to be very careful when using this tank not to showcase the upper plate, or you're going to be penned the majority of times. Now, this Sheridan is very, very close to showing me his turret. Looks like we're not going to be able to get a shell in just yet. Huh. Oh, no, there's the 57 Heavy now showing his tank. Come on. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, this is going to suck. Well, at least the STB did get shot for what he did. My teammate gets killed, and let's go for a shell into the 57 Heavy. Now let's start backing up. STB is, okay, nice, being held off by the enemy Sheridan, or my Sheridan. That's good. I don't want to deal with an STB pushing on me, and if he does push on me, I'm pretty sure he's going to be shot. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to push off towards the side of the Sheridan, and let's just see if I can get the Sheridan shot. Come on, team. Oh, they left, bro! You cannot be real. I can't believe my team left that Sheridan there alone and unattended. All right. Thankfully, my grill actually killed the Sheridan. I don't even know how the grill did that, but he did. I'll give him credit. Let's go for a shell into the 57 Heavy, and now let's start turning the vehicle this way and put on our super speed boost, and now we can get another pen into the 57 Heavy. And at this point in time, honestly, I think he's reloading his clip, and if he's not, I don't really care. I'm just gonna full send him and make sure that he dies. Hello, 57. How are you doing? Goodbye. Nice. Okay. 57 Heavy gets cleared. With that, we've got the Stritzvon K down below, and I don't have the gun depression to actually shoot him here, which kind of sucks, but there you go. Nice Hesh pen into his lower plate. Pretty nasty shot, if I do say so myself. Let's go for another Hesh pen right onto his... Oh, yeah, 518 on that shot. You can see where the gun is very, very nice. I mean, it's an absolutely amazing gun. It's just mounted on a really, really bad hull. So, all that's left is the Waffenträger over here, and it looks like this guy isn't even running Spalliner, so maybe, just maybe, yes! The Kampfpanzer 50-ton missed his shot, and, I was gonna try and ram him, unfortunate. Pretty good games, though. You can see the 2 and 5B. It's a good tank. It's got a great gun, it's got okay mobility, and, I mean, that was a 3,600 damage game. It's just the fact that every now and then when you drive this tank, it can be one of the most unenjoyable experiences in the game. I would by far say this is the hardest line for any beginner to grind down, and I would never suggest an inexperienced player to get this tank because you will absolutely loathe it. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of the FE2 and 5B. Let me know if you ground this tank as one of your first lines in the game. Did you regret it? Do you like the vehicle? Don't get me wrong, it's a great tank. There are situations where this can be one of the most influential tanks in the battlefield. I've played games, 6,000, 7,000 damage battles, where you can just sling Hesh all battle. But then I've also played games where you deal with like an E100 that just poobs on you because you can't do anything. So it goes both ways. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.